Welcome to the Los Angeles Tribune, where we have a special leadership series. And I'm super excited about my guest right now. I'm going to introduce her, and then she's going to tell us what she's all about. Hi, Michelle. Welcome to the Tribune.
Hi, Lynn. Thank you so much for having me. This just goes to show that amazing things can happen when you connect online. I was so excited to meet you and thrilled to be here. Thank you so much. If you are new and you've never seen me before, my name is Michelle Lewis. I'm the founder of Visibility Vixen. I use color psychology strategies to help entrepreneurs build their visibility and publicity so they can get more traffic and make more revenue. And I do that with Hollywood strategies that I've learned in my past life working on TV and film. So thank you so much for having me, Lynn. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here too. So I'd love to know a little bit about this whole color scheme and how this works and why I should be interested in signing up.
Absolutely. So I teach most of these methods inside of my monthly membership, the Visibility Lounge. But what I found coming from the Hollywood background, starting in entrepreneurship, it was really hard for me to stand out. I wasn't sure how to get people's attention, how to grow my following, or how to get featured. And so I looked in my past and I went, okay, what did I learn from film? What did I learn from directors and directors of photography and why they used what they used on screen? And then what did I learn from my natural healing past and what different light affected different plants in the body? It was really fascinating for me. And I found that the 7 primary light spectrum colors each had a very significant meaning. So I decided on blue for myself. It stands for motivation, inspiration, trust. I rebranded. I did a new photo shoot. I did a brand video. And what I noticed is that I was growing my following. People remembered me, and I was able to book huge features like TEDx and the podcast Entrepreneur on Fire because of that differentiator. So it made a huge difference for me, and it's really worked with a ton of my students and friends.
That is super exciting. So the visibilityvixen.com, that's how you would be able to get through that.
Absolutely. You can go there on the homepage. You'll see a little thing that says join the lounge, or you can take any of the free contents to see if the strategies would be a good fit for you.
Oh, free content. Who doesn't love free content? So everybody, while you're watching this, grab that, check her out. It's really important. And so what inspired you to do this?
You know, I saw such a huge need from my past of having that struggle of standing out online that it made me passionate. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not a unicorn. I'm not someone that was came online and immediately made all this money and I made 100 grand my first month. There are people out there and that's wonderful, but that didn't work for me. And so I wanted to help other entrepreneurs who weren't necessarily unicorns, but had that mission, had that leadership to be able to create that unique differentiator. And I've had about 300 people go through the program. I've had so many people see success and be able to take their same programs, their same offers, their same services, but sell them out because they've injected this strategy. And it doesn't just work for entrepreneurs, anyone. If you're at a desk job, if you're working, at the office, whatever you're doing, you can strategically look at your colors that you're wearing in your closet every day and correspond that to your intention for the day. So it works for everyone.
Wow, that is pretty exciting. So what's the average color people pick?
I have had probably in the last year, about 60% of my students have picked yellow, which is really interesting. So out of all the colors, they're really relating to bringing people into a different future and helping them start a new thought process and giving them hope. And that's what yellow is all about.
Okay, so I like the color purple. What do you got to say about that?
Purple is one of my favorites. Purple is all about relationships. It's more of a mystical color. There's a really awesome book out there if you want to study this further called If It's Purple, Someone's Gonna Die. It's hysterical. But what they're saying is that on screen in film, purple, and for example, in the movie Chicago, they lit this one scene with the song He Had It Coming, was all in purple. But usually on screen, purple is for mysticism, relationship building, people that are very spiritual and passionate. So if I'm going to go and have a lunch with a bunch of my girlfriends, or maybe have a meeting with someone that I'm meeting for the first time and want to build a relationship with, I wear purple because that's signaling to them subconsciously that I'm there to make that connection.
Oh, wow. Then purple is my color. I didn't have a favorite
Totally.
color till I grew up. So I love that. And so what are the 4 different colors, or things you had said beforehand to me? What does that mean?
The meanings of the colors or the meanings
Yes,
of the stages in the
the
lounge?
stages. Yes.
Perfect. So yeah, in my signature membership, the Visibility Lounge, I've discovered 4 stages and I make it a little Hollywood theme just for fun. But I find that the best way to get in the right trajectory instead of getting lost in social media, not sure what to do with your funnels and offers, is to start in stage 1, which I call audition, which is about getting your branding, your vision, and your voice set. Then moving on to guest star stage, we work with what is your visibility vehicle? Are you going to use a podcast, a live streaming show, a video channel, or a blog to get your message out there? And then how do you use your social media to drive traffic there to grow your listing, your revenue? Stage 3 is leading role, and that's when we start working in publicity, building your press page, getting started on podcasts and virtual summits, and then moving into celebrity stage, which you can start doing a contributorship, a column, publication stages, releasing your best-selling book. But what I found is these progressions of the stages really help an entrepreneur understand what they need to do when to grow and really benefit and maximize their exposure while growing their revenue.
I love that. So, what did inspire you as far as doing this?
I really wanted to support entrepreneurs, and coming from a history of struggling, one of the reasons why I left the film industry is because there was a story that got stolen from me, and I had a really discouraging acting coach, and I felt like I couldn't do it, that I wasn't meant to achieve that goal. And I think that we've all heard those negative voices. We've all been confused in our path. And I thought, you know what? If I can just be the one person in their corner cheering them on and saying, hey, don't listen to the past, let's build a new future together, that was worth everything to me. If I can keep an entrepreneur from giving up and help them tap back into their mission and to then give back to the world, that's what it's all about.
I love it. I love it. I wonder if everybody else is noticing, but you got a little scenery back there, and you keep talking about Hollywood. Can we just veer a little bit to what's all this about?
Yeah, I know you guys probably are thinking, like, did she build this background? What's going on? I actually had to travel down to Los Angeles to support my dad and my husband who are working on TV shows here for the next month. So I'm at an RV site, which is why you're probably hearing a little bit of barking. And I'm very fortunate to be at a site that has a super cute background. We're in the shade, in the sun, just enjoying that LA life, I guess, Lynn.
I love it. I love it. I mean, I was going to say, boy, she's really working hard for the scenery back here.
I did it just for you, Lynn. I've been sweating over that thing for months.
And it's my colors, purple and yellow. So
Exactly.
I really love it. So you are so much fun. Your classes, do you go live in there? I mean, is it a good community as far as people collaborating? What are all the benefits? Why should I sign up, and why should I go look at it? Now, you said at your page you have some free stuff. So how can we entice everybody?
Absolutely. We have a lot of free resources ranging from taking the color quiz to figuring out your 90-day visibility sprint, whatever it is that you need support with. But in terms of the membership, I want to give my support. So every Monday, we're in there doing hot seats with a student. Every Thursday, I'm in there for 30 minutes doing office hours to answer questions that come up. And then once a month, we do a visibility sprint group coaching call where we all come in together and build our plan for the month. We're all about community. We just hit our 101st member, and we just love spending that time together, lifting each other up. And I'm sure to bring in my connections, like I just brought in a friend to talk about Clubhouse and how to use that strategically to keep it fresh and help people connect as students with leaders in the industry that really are heartfelt and want to help them grow their business.
You are amazing, girl. I'm just excited to go.
You.
I'm ready to go and check out your website and your creative background, your experience, and the way you set that up. That's amazing. Now, was there anything that inspired you to set it up that way, or is that just how you found your own success?
You know, I have taken a lot of memberships, a lot of courses, a lot of programs. I'm sure a lot of people watching this have as well. And people told me I was nuts. The lounge has so much content. They've said, you're crazy. You need to cut like 50% of it. You need to just focus on one tiny thing like Instagram, like this. But for me, it was like, no, people should be able to go into a lower cost membership that doesn't break the bank and get everything they need to know, whether it be the branding side or the publicity side. They shouldn't be having to buy 100 courses to be able to build their visibility and publicity strategy. So that's why I did it. And I just did what felt really good to me and helped my students feel that support and encouragement so they would keep going, because that's the biggest frustration with a lot of entrepreneurs is they don't see progress and they give up, and we have to stop that from happening.
I love that. So I don't normally ask this question, but I'll ask anyways. It sounds pretty reasonable. If you want to say what it is, that's fine. If you don't have to, but
Sure, it's $97 a month.
That's not bad. Even if you do it for a couple months, you can probably get a lot of stuff out of it.
Yeah, we designed the membership to kick you out, like get out after, you have like a year to go through all 4 stages, and we incentivize, like if you graduate audition stage, you get a little gift in the mail and that kind of stuff, because we want you to progress and proceed so you can move on to the next phase of your life and your business.
I love that. Well, Michelle, it's been an honor, a pleasure, and you are so much fun. I thank you so much for being here. You got 30 seconds, anything else you'd like to say?
I just want to say thanks for having me, Lynn. And if you're out there and you're feeling in that struggle, if you're feeling discouraged, there are ways to get out of it. Find 1 or 2 leaders that you can focus on, but stop consuming too much content. Turn off the podcast, turn off the videos, and just sit down with a white sheet of paper and figure out what are some of your big ideas? What do you want to accomplish? And then how can you start making that happen with 20 minutes a week, an hour a week, 5 hours a week? I think we ingest too much stuff and it kills our creativity. So I just encourage you to go out there, build that big idea, and see what happens.
Oh, I love that. You stay right there. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This has been the leadership series on the Los Angeles Tribune. Thank you.